What's up, guys? Decided to go live. This is the earliest I could go live. Bitcoin dropping below support. Let's see what happens here. Let me just make sure that this is all up to date. Okay. We're back in the crypto winter here, guys. We are back in the crypto winter. So what's our next support? This around here, right? Obviously this cluster. This cluster is our next support right there. Right? That's where we're looking for next support. Coming up here, guys, based off of this area, and obviously everything in between. What's up, everybody? I'm live again. I'm back. This is the earliest I could go live, but I'm here. All right, let's see what's going on. I'm just looking at the charts right now for the first time since it's dropped. I mean, obviously just a bit of a dump here. I got home as fast as I could, guys. NXO says time to buy a little bit, question mark. Well, that's up to you. I don't know how you're positioned here, guys. I'm not sure. Everybody's different. Right, everybody has a different situation, so I can't answer those types of questions when you say, should I do this, should I do that? I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. And again, I'm not an advisor. What's up, everybody? I see a lot of familiar faces. Casper coming in first here. Casper the Ghost has hit. What's up, Sergeant? What's up, Dex? Cowie Girl, Confucius. There's a lot of people, guys. I'm not going to shout out all of you. I see you all. I see you all. Guys, Leo's saying, Kevin, is it time to buy on short term? Guys, I don't play short term moves. I'm here for the long term. I'm not here for the short term. I'm not a day trader or a swing trader. I play macro trends, long term trends. I approach the market similar to how institutions approach the market, because that's just what I'm most comfortable with, guys, right? There's no one right way to do this. It's just how I do it. What's up, Jordan? Macro mean like micro, small, macro's big, right? Macro trends, the long trends. Tobias coming in with the one. Guys, let's get some thanks in the chat for Tobias. Much appreciated, dude. Squiddy, what's up, Squiddy? All right, let's see. Not too much support coming in just yet, but we'll see what happens. I mean, guys, like right now, we're kind of just sitting. Let's remove that line again. I don't have anything marked up right here. Let me just remove this line. Right, we're just sitting in this cluster of support, basically, right? All those lines I just put on the screen. Obviously, we're hitting this area. So we'll see, guys. We'll see how bearish we are. You know, maybe we get a little bit of a bounce back, back up to this resistance or something, right? Maybe we play here for a bit and then fall, right? Who knows? What's up, Anthony? Sam says, "Hey Kevin, do you actually ladder your buys on breakout?" No, guys, I'm not a breakout trader. I'm accumulating for the long term. And then Sam also says, "I assume that a lot of your time your buys and sells can get triggered by fake outs and wicks." Guys, I don't get faked out. I refuse to let the market fake me out, and I don't get faked out, guys. I don't play on emotion. I play on other people's emotions. I don't trade based on my own emotion. I don't trade based off fear. I don't trade based off excitement, right? I refuse to allow the market to fake me out. And it's easy to do that when you're playing macro trends. It's easy to not get faked out when you're playing macro trends, when you're not sitting there worried about what your money's doing on a daily basis, right? The market doesn't fake me out, guys. I don't let it. It just doesn't happen, right? I'm here for the long term. I don't care about these little things, right? It's not a big deal to me. So we'll see, guys. We'll see if we just break through this cluster of support, or if we do, you know, what I just drew. Who knows, right? Maybe we do that and drop down. Right now, not all that much support coming in at this exact level. Yes, I'm accumulating, yes. What if it's a dump and pump? I don't know about that, guys. I'm pretty bearish. I've been bearish on this market. Caprithio, what's up? I know I say your name wrong, but that's how I'm going to say it. Caprithio, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know how to say your name properly, but you've been here for many months. Yeah, guys, the stock market. Where did we end today? Oh, it's about to end. I wasn't at my place for the past couple hours, but oh, we shot back up. Really? Wait, what? Wow. So we gapped down. Dow Jones gapped down on the start of the day. We gapped down, right? The market just opened lower than where it closed. And now we are positive for the end of the day. That's interesting. Man, people are probably so frustrated with the stock market right now, just unsure what the hell is going to happen. Madga Emmanuel says, Kev, I just saw your video from February of 2018 when you called 2.5K. Yeah, somehow that video only has 1.5K views, and it's kind of surprising. I'm like, okay. Videos where people were predicting 100K in 2018 have like 100,000 views, and a video where someone predicts, you know, makes a good call has 1,500 views. What a shame, guys. What a shame. People just listen to what they want to hear, not what's right. They just listen to the things that give them a nice dopamine rush. It's hilarious. So let's see, guys. I mean, there is also, of course, a lot of people now are looking for the inverse head and shoulder potential, right? I don't really know how likely this is. I'm not banking on this at all, but this potential does exist right now. Obviously, left shoulder, right shoulder, head, inverse head and shoulder, possibly, maybe. We'll see, guys. We got to get some support right here. Pretty much where we're at now. Pretty sure. No support just yet. Kind of just moving on down here. Let's see if this thing just falls through the next level. Magda, I agree. No volume at the low. I agree. It's not really that great. Guys, if you go into the description, it says using CryptoWatch. You just click on that website or you just Google it, do whatever you want, and it'll bring you to this site. Can you give insights on how the average person should invest in this market? I'll just take a second to shill my Patreon. The average person can probably do pretty well by following, how should I say it? By looking at what I do in my Patreon, right? I'm not an advisor. My strategy is a low stress strategy, and it's a long-term strategy. So it's not, it's a strategy that institutions use, and it's a strategy that normal people can use comfortably, right? So we're looking at the 3-minute now, just looking up close to see what kind of volume comes in here. You guys, my roof broke. It's snowing in my room. I'm just kidding. Guys, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, it's a good buy, it's a good sell, right? That's not what I'm here to do. I'm not a day trader. I'm not a swing trader. I'm here for the long term. I'm here to hang out with you guys and give you my thoughts, my opinions, and I'm not going to tell you guys what to do with your money. I'm not that guy. If you're here to ask me if you should buy because you don't know what to do, then stop and go do something else because you are not fit to be involved in this market. I'm sorry to tell you, right? If you're just going to different YouTube pages and saying, "Hey, should I buy? Should I buy?" and you're like, you're not fit for this, you should probably stop because you're going to get wrecked again. It's just the harsh truth, guys. It's just the harsh truth. Claude D says, "Hey Kevin, I'm making money following your education. Sold for some profits, waiting for back." Yeah, see, so Claudio D is one of the patrons here, and Claude D uses my calls for short-term gains, which is, you can do that, and that's great, right? Now waiting for good opportunities to get back in. That's interesting. So there you go. Yes, guys, my Patreon only covers Bitcoin. That's all I care about. Edward, what's up, Edward? Mr. Hull says, "I trade with emotions. Is that a good strategy?" No, you should trade other people's emotions. like, so one of the viewers the other day said it the best. He's like, you have to like trade like a sociopath or something. Like, use other people's emotions for your own gain, right? So let's see, not too much support just yet. Kind of just hanging out. However, I mean, this is just the 3-minute chart, so it's not really that significant, guys, right? The movements that happen here on the 3-minute chart don't mean anything, right? You can't trade based on what's going on right here. I mean, I don't know what you're doing, but I don't. Guys, I'm not focused on anything but Bitcoin at all. Nothing. Because the entire industry is built on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the king. Absolute king. It is the world's most trusted, it is the world's most well-known, and it is the world's most adopted cryptocurrency ever of all time. So I don't think that Bitcoin is going anywhere, guys, and I think it will stay dominant for a very long time. The market cap is coming up on 120 billion again. And again, guys, you see that every crypto is basically doing the same thing. That is a sign that it's a bubble and that nothing's being traded on value and that most altcoins are absolute shit. And they're probably going to be valued pretty low in the near future. And it's all just, no value investing going on here, right? If these altcoins were being traded on real value, they would be trading in different ways. They wouldn't all just be doing the exact same thing, right? This is a speculative market. It's a bubble. Most of these altcoins are completely useless, guys. It's the hard truth. I'm sorry to tell you. There's a few gems in here, guys. Don't get me wrong. There's a few in here that might do well. But Bitcoin is king. King. So let's see what happens here. Not much volume on this move. Guys, the thing about XRP, yeah, it might do well as a cross-border payment system. It might do very well. But the ability for XRP's price to increase in the way that Bitcoin did is not possible. It's not possible. XRP will not see the same growth as Bitcoin, and I'm willing to give you 5-to-1 odds on a bet that XRP will never hit $100 in whatever time frame you want. Never. 5-to-1 odds. Anyone out there want to take me up on that bet? XRP will never hit $100. You can set whatever time frame you want, and it has to hit $100 on 3 exchanges, on 3 high volume exchanges. I'll put up 5 Bitcoin, you put up 1, and you set the time frame yourself, and we'll take that bet. It will never hit $100. I'll take up multiple people on that bet, to be honest. Bring it on. Bring it on. So did any of you guys panic buy and get wrecked on this move? Be honest. Click 1 if you did and 2 if you didn't. me turn this up because we're back in the crypto winter, guys. Neil B coming in with a 2 says, "What are your thoughts on Bitcoin Cash ABC to trade too long? A medium to long." I mean, Neil, I appreciate the dono, guys. Let's get some thanks in the chat for Neil. To be honest, I don't have much of an opinion on it. Again, guys, I am not interested in altcoins at all. I'm not saying that there can't be successful altcoins. I believe that there will be, but right now I need to make sure that Bitcoin is doing well because Bitcoin will determine if anything else will do well, right? So I got to focus on Bitcoin, and I don't have an opinion on ABC mid to long term trading. If you guys want to know more about Bitcoin Cash, check out Mark Demisel. He's featured on my channel, and he's big into Bitcoin Cash ABC, so you can check him out. But I appreciate that dono, man. I don't have much of an opinion right now on that. Yes, guys, I'm hitting a vape. Sue me, please. Guys, okay, so some people are wondering what's going on. We're seeing a lot of selling right here, but we'll see what happens. Market just had a bit of a drop. Coming back now to, let me just get rid of some of this. As you guys know, guys, so I say the word guys too much. As you all know, I go live when Bitcoin does interesting things, right? Generally. Sometimes I go live randomly without that, but we're coming back up now to this cluster of support right here. Right, which has obviously acted as a support area. It's acted as a resistance area, acted as a resistance and support here, and now we're coming back into that range. So we're gonna find out what happens soon. You know, guys, we could still bounce up and just sort of play into here. Again, I'm not focused on the short term. I don't really care. Right before falling, we could do this. We could just rip down, or we could have some sort of, you know, inverse head and shoulder forming, which a lot of people are thinking is going to happen. But we'll see. Yeah, stock market rocket. What's up, Crypto Kelly? OG in the house. Yeah, that was crazy. The end of the day there. I was watching it all day, and then I left my place for like a couple hours, and I just looked at it before. Then it ripped up. I mean, we just got above that previous close, right? I think I'm going to sign up for Trading with You just so that message doesn't come up anymore. That end of the day rip. All right, guys. I mean, we had that nice gap down. Obviously, the market just opened up much lower. Nice gap down. Kind of just traded sideways, and I guess had a bit of like a fake out for the bears here, and we ripped up. Interesting move, guys. We're looking. This is the Dow Jones. But we are sitting in a cluster of support. So let's see what happens here. Not too much support coming in just yet. Let me go through chat real quick. What's my opinion on Ethereum? I mean, it's the leader of all smart contract platforms as of right now. Again, I don't know what the future of Ethereum holds. Um, there's there's a lot of developments now that apparently the Bitcoin network might be able to support smart contracts. So maybe there's not even a need for Ethereum soon, and it's all just gonna be Bitcoin, right? Who knows? Who knows? That's why I'm focused on Bitcoin, guys. Come on, we only have 36 likes, guys. Come on. Smash it, smash it. Yes, I do like some alts, but I'm not going to just sit here and talk about them because then you guys are going to think that you should buy them, and that's not what I want to talk about. There's a certain alts that I like the idea of. I think it's a cool concept, but I don't think it's going to be successful as a cryptocurrency, right? Jordan Baller says, Kevin, will you still make streams when XRP hits $10 and Bitcoin struggles? Guys, if that happens, I will put on a clown nose and a clown hat, and I'll sit here and do a stream. All right, I'll do that. I mean, still, this entire ride down, the volume has kind of just been like overall on a bit of a decrease, right? So, in my eyes, I mean, of course, low volume can mean a couple things. One, it can mean a lack of interest, and two, it can mean that the market is comfortable with a certain price and they don't feel the need to do much, right? So I don't know. I personally I think we are due for another leg down, another round of capitulation, and we're gonna. In my eyes, we're gonna see lower prices. Do I know when that's gonna happen? No, I have no idea when it's gonna happen. You know what's hilarious? When Bitcoin's going up and I stream, my views are low, and then when Bitcoin goes down, people are like, "Oh man, wait, maybe I should listen to Kevin again." Just like you guys are so emotional, man. Come on. Hate me for it, guys. It's fine. I don't care. Smash that dislike button. Go crazy, guys. Go crazy. Any click is a good click. Algorithm goes up. That's why I'm single, probably. People are like, Kev, how do you do 10-hour live streams? I'm like, I don't have a girlfriend. Simple. That's the key, guys. That's the key. Not much support coming in just yet, guys. Not much support right now. We go through chat a little bit. And the thing is, right now, you know, there's not that much support coming in right here. So, I mean, like, of course, you have this whole zone right here to find support. You have basically until 3,500 to find support, right? So the price can make a rebound anywhere in this area, pretty much, in this whole cluster, just based on all this activity. But if it can't, guys, if it can't hold that, I mean, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be a nice, ugly swing to the downside. But again, there's nothing wrong with that, guys. If you are if you are a firm believer in Bitcoin long term, you should be praying to the crypto gods and saying, thank you. Thank you for these low prices. Bring it lower. Go lower. I want more Bitcoin, right? If you're a believer in Bitcoin long term, you should be loving this, guys, because the lower the price goes, the more opportunity there is in the next run. So you should be perfectly happy with everything you're seeing here. Now, if you're just a degenerate gambler who wants the price to moon every day, well, you're going to be disappointed here, and you're going to keep getting wrecked. John OG says, guys. Yeah, I know. I say the word guys too much. I understand. Guys, guys, guys. It's a problem. I need to delete it from my vocab. Guys, this is great. This bear market, if you are a believer in Bitcoin, this bear market is incredible. It's the best thing that ever happened. Right? Because you got time now. You got a lot of time to get your Bitcoin before the next bull run, right? Before we come up again, you got some time here, right? This is great. It's a blessing, guys. Again, you know, if you guys remember when Bitcoin was at 20,000 and people were sitting there like, man, I wish I bought at 3K or 2K. Well, be careful what you wish for. Because here you go. You got what you wished for. So at least take advantage of it now, right? If you were wishing for it back then, if you were willing to buy in here, then you should sure as hell be willing to buy in here. Guys, I'm bullish long term, right? And I love this downward price action because I'm bullish long term. I think it's great. I think it's a great opportunity. The lower we go, the more opportunity we get. Correct, Neve. What's up, dude? Let me go through chat. Sorry, I missed out on some stuff. I want BTC on clearance as Crypto Cali. Well, you're getting it. We're gonna see how Bitcoin reacts to this support cluster right here, right? We've had a lot of, you know, some support came in, some resistance here, some resistance here, some more support here, and now we're coming back to the zone. So we'll see if we find some temporary support, or maybe we get a nice inverse head and shoulders, and we have some crazy temporary upward price action. You know, guys, anything that happens in the short term is not really a big deal to me, right? I mean, all of this activity means nothing to me, right? Anything that happens in here means nothing to me, right? It all depends, of course, on like what kind of volume comes in and all that, but I could care less about this, right? This zone right here, guys, this whole zone, I'm pretty much over it. Don't care too much. I'm over it. We'll see. If this somehow is the bottom and we move out of here, then I'll buy on the way up, right? But I'm waiting now. I'm waiting for lower prices. Charisma says banks need XRP to get out of the 1960s, and that might be true. That might be a true statement, guys. I'm not saying XRP can't do well. I just think that you guys should all understand that with the 40 billion to 90 billion XRP supply that they have, the price is absolutely not going to be able to perform in the same fashion as Bitcoin, right? It will not. It will not grow in scale in terms of its price. It cannot grow as much as Bitcoin. It can't. 100% cannot. I mean, can the price go up a bunch? Yeah, but it cannot scale in terms of its price in the way that Bitcoin has. Just can't. It's impossible. 40 billion coins. Who the hell is going to pay 4 grand, 3 grand, 4 grand for a coin where there's 40 billion of them? You're going to pay 3 grand, 3.5 grand for a coin that there's 40 to 90 billion of? Come on, guys, it's not going to happen. I mean, if the price of XRP hit 3 grand, that would put it at a market cap of $122 trillion, which is what, 4 to 5 times the size of the entire stock market. Absolutely not happening. Never. Guys, I would say that XRP hitting $10 is starting to get irrational. That's already starting to get irrational. Could it happen? Sure. It is actually possible. So, okay, I'll just go, since we're talking about XRP, I guess I'll just go look at the chart since people are requesting it now. I mean, it is number 2, so I can't ignore it. It is here. XRP is here, guys. I charted this last time, and I think pretty much exactly what I said was going to happen. Fell below that support. Ali Khan, I don't know if you're watching, but this is exactly what I told you. We would come back to retest that support. Guys, again, simple TA is sometimes the best, right? Keeping it simple is actually sometimes great, right? Rather than sitting there relying on 1,000 indicators and getting confused, sometimes just keeping it simple is good. my last stream, guys, this is the analysis I gave, and I was basically saying that we're most likely going to fall below this support line and hit this support, and that's what we're doing right now. And the only reason that I thought that was going to happen was because I was saying if Bitcoin falls out of this, or I guess I said, I forget exactly what I said, falls below this area, the XRP would do this, and that's exactly what happened. Guys, XRP is intimately tied to Bitcoin. So again, you know, we're not finding that much support right here. It's not looking great. It's not looking great. But, you know, there is the chance to retest this resistance line. If we come in here, find some support temporarily, maybe we come back to play here before going lower. Yeah, as I was telling my patrons the other day, it was far more likely for us to break down than to come up and retest that resistance. And that's what we're seeing now. Neo is the one. That's just a play on words, right? What else do we got here as we're just waiting to see what Bitcoin does? Crypto Ninja says, how can you think that a $10 XRP is irrational? That shows that you're clueless. Sorry, mate, but I used to respect you until you say crap like that. Hi. Don't know what to tell you, man. XRP's never even hit 10 bucks before. Do you see what happened when we hit $3? Guys, I'll tell you a funny story. One of the worst trades I ever made, it wasn't even a big deal. It was just stupid. I forget which bounce it was. I think it was this one right here. I took a short position on, I think I took a, again, I don't normally trade leverage, but I did it for fun. I took $300 worth of Bitcoin. It was a $300 position. I had, I think 2.5x leverage on Poloniex or something. Small position. I tried to short XRP right here, and I walked away from my computer for like 5 minutes, and I came back and it was liquidated. I was like, damn. It was pretty funny. If I just waited for that next leg up, it would have been a nice short, but guys, I don't use indicators decks. I really don't. I mean, I guess volume is really the only indicator I use for the most part. You don't need indicators, guys, right? Indicators lag. I mean, I say this all the time, but what's actually happening in reality is the price is moving and there's a certain amount being bought and sold, right? So this is reality here. Indicators are not reality. And many professionals will tell you that you don't need to use indicators to make good predictions. It's not needed. Do they help? Absolutely, because a lot of people trade based off of indicators. So indicators influence the market. Absolutely, I'm not denying that at all. Like, is it just a coincidence that we bounced off the 200 MA on the weekly? for Bitcoin? No, it's not at all. Like if you were, that is a very helpful thing to look at, obviously. Obviously, like things like fib retracement are useful, of course. I don't really use it that much. A lot of people do. I'm more of just a price action volume kind of person. Just me though. I like to keep my charts as naked as possible. I like my charts naked. I draw trend lines. I mark up support and resistance, but I like my charts naked. I don't like to be influenced by too many things. Just me. I like it naked, guys. What do I think about? That's an interesting question. There's a lot of comments. I can't read them all. I am reading them though, guys. I am reading them. You can guys, you can short on Poloniex. I don't know if you can do it anymore. I don't know if they did some sort of update, but like a few months ago, you could absolutely short on Poloniex, guys. Somebody says, Kevin, what do you think about Bitcoin and transhumanism? That's an interesting question. I don't really know how to answer that. But the interesting thing about blockchain and Bitcoin is that in the future, this is something that Craig Wright was talking about, and the guy's smart. Um, there is a chance that blockchain, things like Bitcoin, will actually be the center of all data, and everything will be stored on the blockchain, and the internet will actually be a side chain connecting the blockchain together, right? But the blockchain will be the core of everything. All the data will be on the blockchain, and the internet will be a side chain connecting the blockchain, right? That's kind of how it is now. But in the future, instead of storing things on the internet, everything will be stored on the blockchain, and the internet will be sort of surrounding the blockchain, connecting the blockchain, right? And that's an interesting thing to think about. Yeah, not too much support just yet, guys. Again, if we can't hold this level, I mean, it'll be pretty easy to fall below. I mean, obviously the selling pressure is heavier than the buying pressure by far. That's why we're seeing this downward price action like this. Yes, not everything has to be on a ledger, I agree. But it would be very helpful for many reasons. For many reasons. Tone and Tyler say maybe $800. Thoughts? I mean, anything's possible, guys. Anything's possible. I personally still believe that we're on track. Right, you know, guys, we might go below 2,500 temporarily, but I think 2,500, this price right here, that price level, will be the price that shows up the most. You know, guys, I don't know. Anything can happen near term. I don't really care. But I think 2,500 will be the price that shows up most often during our consolidation zone. Right? That's kind of what I expect. But that's just my guess, guys. I could be very wrong. I mean, for all we know, 3,100 was the bottom, right? For all we know. We don't know. We have no idea. That's why averaging in is a good idea, in my opinion. But I'm not an advisor, and I'm just a random guy on the internet. Han är svensk. I don't know how to read or speak Swedish that well, but yeah, I am a Swedish citizen, yes. But I live in the U.S. See, you guys, I mean, I can't believe that this is the bottom. Just like it makes no sense to me that we would just be good to go from here. Like we're obviously going to have a consolidation zone and an accumulation phase, guys. It might take a while, but that's okay. It gives us time. If you're a believer in Bitcoin, you should not be disappointed by this at all. You should be very excited about this bear market. If you just want Bitcoin to go up, oh, I want it to moon. I just want it to moon from here. Then you're not really a believer in Bitcoin. You just want to make some quick gains, right? Real Bitcoin believers would love this so that they can continue to buy all year long, right? No, I can't vote in the Swedish elections because I don't live there, right? I don't actually live there, so I can't just vote. Kevin, do you own a gun? I own many guns, guys. I'm a firm believer in the Constitution and individual freedom. Head and shoulders on the daily. You mean inverse head and shoulders? Bitcoin, Arabic letters there. Kevin, is it head and shoulders on the daily? It's a potential inverse head and shoulders, right? I mean, this is a traditional head and shoulders right here, which is a indication for a decrease in momentum, and then the opposite would be an inverse head and shoulders. Right, that's an indication of an increase in momentum or a trend reversal, right? These are both reversals patterns, obviously. We can't confirm this to be an inverse head and shoulders just yet. There is a potential, but of course we need that right shoulder here to actually build out and confirm that we have good volume there. Right, and even if the price does bounce up to this resistance again, that's not confirmation. Right? Confirmation would be retracing back up to the high. And then you could start thinking, okay, maybe we have a right shoulder now. Right? This move, nothing. This means nothing because we are still here. Right? In order to confirm the right shoulder, we need to like build out and actually like hold it. Then you can be like, oh, maybe we just made that right shoulder, right? When you're coming up here and holding. Personally, I think the market looks pretty weak right now. So, and there's not all that much support coming in here. So I don't have much confidence for an inverse head and shoulders pattern. But again, I'm not a short-term guy. I'm not here for the short term. I'm here for the long term. So what happens doesn't really matter to me. I'm just giving you guys my thoughts. We got over 4,900 subs. Thank you guys so much. Much appreciated. Smash the likes if you haven't already, and subscribe if you haven't done so. if you want to follow somebody who goes live when Bitcoin does interesting things. And even if you don't agree with what I'm saying, the best thing you can do for yourself is listen to people you don't agree with, rather than put yourself in a bubble and only listen to people that you agree with. The goer. I don't, guys, I don't own any altcoins. Voted from the Swedish embassy in Sydney. That's interesting. Well, I don't know. They at the embassy this year they wouldn't let me do it for some reason. I think it was because I don't have a residence there, but I'm not sure. It's probably because I haven't lived there in a certain amount of years or something like that. Just so because I don't fully agree with you. I mean, it's not a bad thing to do, guys. Always listen to people you disagree with. Right? Challenge yourself. Challenge your views. Right? So you actually have a stronger viewpoint. You can build arguments for yourself. Paul says he thinks we're moving up for inverse head and shoulders. I mean, Paul, like if this thing really, if this inverse head and shoulders really does play out, I'm not really confident in it. But if it does, I mean, we could see some a really nice upward swing, right? Like if we actually get above this resistance and we make our way back up, we build up here. Like if we can hold these levels and build out, I mean, it'll be nice. It'll be a nice swing. I don't really have any confidence in that happening though. Like we would probably get up to, if that happened, we would probably get up to like 5,400. But there is no confirmation of that happening now. Still not much support here, guys. Looking kind of weak at this level so far. Oh yeah, I saw a headline about Litecoin in the UFC. What is that? Like what? I didn't even click on it. I was like, this is really weird. Linux says, should I buy now or wait a week? I don't know. It's up to you. Are you short-term player or are you a long-term player? Again, you should never be, I mean, I'm not an advisor, don't listen to me, but you should never just be going all in at one price. Right? I mean, unless you don't want to worry about everything and you believe long term, then yeah, I guess you could go all in at one price and just wait it out. But the thing about it, guys, is like yeah, if you just go all in at 3,600 right now, and let's say Bitcoin does well in the long term, yeah, that's great. But if the price drops, and let's just say we go to $1,500, those gains going from 1,500 up to a 3,000, that's 100%, guys. And those gains in the long run are going to be so exponential. So the positions you take in this area, in this immediate area right here, the decisions you make here have a huge effect long term because the percentages in this area are just enormous, right? They're enormous. Buying at 1,500 versus 3,000 in the future is a huge difference. Huge. Chimey says, yeah, but what if we don't see 1.5K? Well, that's like what Hodler679 is saying, cost, average in, and hold, right? I mean, at some point you want to take your profits, right? But, right, I'm not here to wait for a price to show up. I'm here to average in. I already have positions, right? Over 100 likes, guys. Much appreciated. Over 4,900 subs. Much appreciated, guys. Thank you guys so much. Dr. Justin Snyder. I can't read. Dr. Justin Snyder, welcome to the Patreon. No support just yet. Yeah, if we can't find support here in this cluster, right, this level here, I mean it'll be ugly. You know, we'll probably come back to retest. If we can't find support here, we'll come back to retest. 3,300, and if we can't hold that, we'll be. If we can't hold that, I mean, it's pretty certain we're going to see lower prices. I mean, honestly, if we can't hold this cluster right here, I'm pretty sure we're going to go below 3,100. But who knows? We'll see. Beat Mania says, Merry Christmas, Kev. Merry Christmas to you as well. What's up, dude? He says, I'm actually surprised you've taken positions. I'm still waiting. Well, guys, I mean, I'm going to be, when the price goes lower, I'm buying more, guys. Like, right? I don't know where the bottom's going to be, so I can't just wait, right? Craig says, if you're waiting to go all in, you might as well just, if you're waiting to go all in at 2,500, you might as well just go all in at 2,600. I mean, yeah, right? I mean, exactly. But I don't suggest going all in at all. Guys, always expect lower prices, no matter what, right? Always. Even if we come down to 2,500, expect that we'll probably go lower, so you can buy more and at least have some capital ready to go. And let's just say the price does drop to 2,500 and you buy some here. And let's just say we bounce out. Okay, well, you'll buy on the way up. It's not a big deal. But if we come down here and maybe we go lower, you can buy more there, right? Always expect the price to be going lower, no matter what. It's just a good way to think, guys. Always expect lower prices. It's a great mindset to have, and it helps you out a lot. What's up, Taegun? Most people miss the bottom, says Craig. Well, yeah, I mean, the thing about it is, like, a lot of people are going to give up. A lot of people are going to give up, and that's great. That's fine, right? price is going to come down. People are going to say, "Oh, Bitcoin's dead," and they'll be selling here, and I'll be buying their orders. It'll be great, right? They can give up here. That's fine. Tagon says he's working. Always great you working, and then you see Bitcoin drops. When do we bull? Says Crypto Niem. I'm not sure. Not sure. I mean I hope we don't bull for another year so I can keep buying, right? Massimo says, Kevin, are you high right now? No, guys. If I was high, I think I would be acting a little different. This is guys. This is a vape. It's a vape. What's today's BitConnect payout? $0. Ali Khan said I should get a flight to the UK. I'm down. New Year's in the UK. Oh yeah, Ali Khan, I was just talking about XRP. Remember the analysis I did for you? We basically just executed exactly that. Latest update is basically just, I mean, another leg down, right? We failed to hold this level. We're coming up now on this support cluster right here. So it's pretty critical. You know, it doesn't mean much. If we bounce out of here like this doesn't really mean anything, right? We have to actually get up above this to create a right shoulder for an inverse head and shoulders. I mean, I personally believe that if we fall below the support cluster here, I mean, it's active resistance as well, but if we fall below this area, we'll most likely go below 3,100. Right? I feel like this is our final test. But I could be wrong, though. What's up, Ivy? Happy 2019. Wish you a new year. You as well, Ivy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for always coming back. Happy almost new year to all of you guys out there. Guys, let's do it. Let's do a chat poll. Do you think we are going to actually create an inverse head and shoulders here and break above 4,250? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Massimo, thank you. What's up, Tyler? Mostly no's right now. See, it seems like 80% no and 20% yes. Somebody earlier was saying I don't think the market makers are going to let it be that easy to get into Bitcoin, and I agree. It'll probably be a frustrating time for a lot of people who are just hoping for the moon, right? Yeah, that was. I think we actually ended up getting like 90% twos there. I mean, it doesn't mean anyone's wrong or right. It's just what I see. Do I trade stocks? Yes, although I haven't been in stocks since Bitcoin's bull run. I mean, to be honest, I was actually afraid to get into stocks as Bitcoin was. I mean, sorry, as the market was coming up to Dow Jones 20,000. I thought we were going to peak here, and I was dead wrong. And I missed out on all this, but it's not a big deal. I mean, we just came back to just under 22,000. So I'm pretty sure this was the worst Christmas Eve the stock market ever saw, and this is the worst December in the stock market since 1931. Interesting times we're in, guys. I mean, this is an incredible rebound, though. Looks like the market wants to retest that previous low here. I mean, we could come up to this and just get rejected again, but we'll see. Right? Oh, I mean, in TA, support becomes resistance a lot of the time. So previous support here will probably be resistance again. I don't think. I don't know. It's just hard for me to believe that. Hard for me to believe that this is like this would just end here and we're back and we're good to go. I mean, raise of interest rates. People are more comfortable putting their money in the bank than putting it in the stock market. A lot less risk, right? I think a lot of people are uncomfortable now with the stock market, and people would rather put their money in the bank than in the stock market. That's usually what happens when interest rates get raised. We're getting close to that previous low, the yearly low. We'll see. Hello, Carlos. Yes, guys, the chat named my plant Carlos. So say hello to Carlos. Again, right now we're just seeing if there's not much support coming in here. We're sitting on this previous support area. And again, as long as the price kind of just sits in the zone, I mean, it's not much to really talk about because we could just break to the downside, right? If we bounce up from here, I mean, the real test is getting above that resistance, right? Adam says, I want the CTA when the market is moving in the other way than you predicted. Well, I mean, all right, the market has to move in the other way, which it isn't. Also, guys, I mean, I was live streaming during a lot of these bounces. I don't care about guys. If we just for whatever reason just shot out of here I would go live. I'd be like, guys, look what's going on. This is crazy. I would be right here. I don't care, guys. You guys think I'm just going to shy away and be like, oh no, the market's going up. Oh no. I don't care, guys. If I'm wrong, I will keep going. I will keep live streaming and keep making videos. I mean, guys, if the market's going up, I mean, I'm making money, right? I'm already accumulating, so I don't know what to tell you. Do I want the price to go down? Yes, because I am a long-term believer in Bitcoin. I want cheap Bitcoin. Carlos says, when there is a bull run, how do you control yourself not to buy altcoins that are increasing more than Bitcoin? I mean, guys, I did buy Ethereum, and that was great. I bought Ethereum at like $40. Shout out to Omar Bam for his videos that convinced me to do that, right? But you know, guys, you know, there was a whole hype thing going on with altcoins, and now I look back and I actually think that it was almost stupid to buy Ethereum because it's just like, I mean, it wasn't stupid. It was a great move, but going into the next bull run, guys, I will be very, very picky about altcoins. Very picky, right? I don't believe in, I pretty much don't believe in any altcoins. There's a couple, but I mean, all I know is that Bitcoin's the king, and Bitcoin is the world's most adopted, most well-known, most well-trusted. And guys, it is not about being an efficient crypto. If success in the crypto world was about efficiency, then Bitcoin wouldn't be #1 right now. It's not about efficiency. It's not about transaction speed. It's about being well-known, well-trusted, and well-adopted. And Bitcoin qualifies for all of that. Right? I mean, the US dollar is not the best fiat currency in the world, but it's well-known, widely used, trusted. That's why it's still here. Of course, it's enforced by the barrel of the gun, but you guys know what I mean. Mike Miner, what's up? I mean, you guys can talk about altcoins in the chat. I don't mind at all. At some point, I do think there will be an altcoin that will be very revolutionary and will have incredible gains. And I'm looking out for it. I haven't found it yet. Alex L says, give me one alt you like. Well, guys, again, I have no need to invest in altcoin projects. There are certain projects that I like the idea of, but I do not believe in them as a cryptocurrency, and I do not believe that they will gain value, right? The projects that I like, one project that I like is Chainlink. And it's the reason I like Chainlink as a project, not as a currency or an investment, but the reason I like Chainlink as a project is because it connects smart contracts to outside data, right? If you guys know what a smart contract is essentially a wallet, except instead of being controlled by a private key, it's controlled by a piece of code or a contract. And Chainlink allows that smart contract to interact with outside data. So in that smart contract, you can have variables that change based on a trusted source of information that Chainlink will connect you with, right? So that's why, I mean, it's a great idea, and it is the evolution of smart contracts, right? That is the evolution of smart contracts. And I think that's awesome. I think it's a great idea. Do I believe it's a good investment? No, because it's built for Ethereum, and I'm not sure of Ethereum. But the idea of it is great, and I study it, I look into it, right? Guys, don't ask me about random altcoins because I probably don't like them. Do I like Substrat? No, I don't. Most altcoins I don't like. Please don't get offended, right? Please don't get offended. Yes, we need some good privacy coins, right? So, you know, right now it's kind of I'm on the fence about most privacy coins, but at some point we need to have a good privacy coin. So I'm on the lookout for that. This industry is very new. Bitcoin is still in the speculative stage. Again, guys, if I'm sitting here talking about something like Chainlink and you guys go out there and buy it and it drops in price because Bitcoin's dropping in price, well, what do you expect, right? Bitcoin is the king. It controls everything. I think a bunch of viewers just went to go look at Chainlink. That's hilarious. God. People are so impressionable, man. They are so impressionable in this space. It's like, oh my god, he said an altcoin. Oh my god, I gotta go all in. You guys are nuts. You guys are so nuts. Not all of you are nuts, just some of you. Yeah, I'm gonna Michael R. I'm gonna make a coin called Nuts Coin. It's the website's just gonna say Pamp It. It'll probably do great with these kind of people. Again, guys, I like the idea of Chainlink. I don't think it's a good investment. No, no. It is a great concept to study. Alexander says I just went in all in on Chainlink when Lambo. Well, when Bitcoin boons, that it's all up to Bitcoin. Again, guys, if Ethereum doesn't do well, then Chainlink will go to zero, essentially. Bitcoin fund manager has gone into hiding. Yeah, that guy's nuts, guy. He's absolutely insane. I think he actually has a mental problem. I mean, he went all in, and then Jose, one of my patrons, commented on his channel, and then I commented on his comment, and I said he's about to get wrecked. And there you go. Guys, the Bitcoin fund manager, just so you all know, he is being investigated by U.S. authorities for fraud. So don't be surprised if he goes to jail and all of your money is gone. If you're giving him your Bitcoin, and he's right now living in Korea, South Korea, and he's hiding there. So be careful. He's a nutcase. Fair warning to all you guys. But we'll see. You know, guys, Bitcoin is trading sideways right now. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be streaming. But, you know, if anything happens, I will go live again. You guys best believe that. Guys, I'm not an expert on Bitcoin Fund Manager. These are just things that I have heard. So it's not really confirmed, but I would at least consider that information. And by the way, I comment on his videos a lot just to mess with him. And my comments don't get deleted. He leaves them there. But the second that I mention he's being investigated by U.S. authorities, deleted. So he's hiding something, guys. All right? That's how I know he probably is. Is he entertaining? Yes. He is super entertaining. The guy's crazy. Crypto Neum just posted a link. Oh, I trust Crypto Neum to post a link here. Usually I don't let links go. But he says that he's been exposed. I'll look at that later. Who's my favorite YouTube analyst besides myself? Well, guys, go to my recommended list. You can see all the people that I watch there. I mean, I watch more than that, but... a lot of the people on my recommended list are people that I admire and the people that I have that have helped me out a lot with my channel as well. Huge shout out to Mark Demisel and Lewis Thomas for the incredible help that you guys have done for my channel.